your stomach. No, I'm not describing the beginning of a Toastmasters speech. This is the feeling that I have, inevitably, on competition day. My daughter's a cheerleader, which labels me a cheer mom. And if any of you have ever had a child in a competitive sport, you know the dedication and emotion that's involved for both athlete and parent. Now, I never set out to be a cheer mom. I was never a cheerleader. I was always the shy one, the wallflower, always opting out of the social situations. And unfortunately, this was something I passed on to my daughter. So we decided to put her into activities. Karate, dance. Both of them were awesome, and she excelled with both, but never cured the shyness, hers or mine, until we found an all-star cheer team. And that is when we began to blossom. Her as a competitor, and me as the supportive mother. Because it was an all-star cheer team, it meant competitions year-round. There was a lot of time spent at the gym, 10 to 15 hours or more a week. Conditioning, tumbling, refining skills. A typical week meant we were spending a lot of time just sitting and waiting and watching as parents. And I say we because my daughter was a flyer, so I stayed there. And as a flyer, she's the girl that they're tossing up into the air. So her feet were not usually on the floor during practice times. And as it turns out, that is the only ingredient that makes for a nervous mom. Only one. So I would sit in the waiting area, or the parent aquarium, as the cheerleaders would call it on the other side of the glass, and I would sit and watch with the other omnipresent moms. Watching cheer practices and the grueling workouts these kids endured for the first hour, you wonder where they're going to find the endurance to last another 90 minutes. But they dig in and they find it, they get it done. And all that training leads up to a 2-minute routine. Timing has to be perfect. With every motion, one ill-timed step can mean serious injury. I've sat through many practices over the years and have witnessed broken arms, legs, too many to count. But thankfully, we have only suffered sprains and one near concussion. It finally arrives, competition day, which means I have to be prepared for any job that is thrown my way. Already, I've been motivator, hairstylist, makeup artist, seamstress, chauffeur, bank teller, photographer, counselor, and it's not even 9 a.m. yet. Arriving at the venue, I find a seat amongst the sea of parents and judges, and I wait until her team is called to the floor. Minutes feel like hours, all the while I'm watching and I'm sizing up their competition. I sit with sweaty palms, racing hard, probably the emotions being felt by every girl on that team, because they've trained so hard for this moment, and I've given up too many nights and weekends for them not to succeed. I watch as the girls gather in a tight circle off to the side of the mat, saying their own motivations to each other. It's evident they're a team. They're announced and they take their spots to the floor. Their music starts, they know their cues, timed by the music and the counts in their head. I've been in this spot so many times that even I know their routine by heart. As they progress through the routine, my focus is on my daughter and her stunt group. Flyers have one rule in cheerleading: stay tight. Their back spots and bases also have one rule: never drop your flyer. And I sit there and I watch and I make sure everybody's abiding by the rules. Before you know it, the music's over. They have finished the routine, every stunt was hit, every dance move, every tumbling pass completed flawlessly. And this time the girls gather off to the side of the mat, this time with hugs and cheers and sighs of relief, knowing that they did their best. My heart fills with so much pride when I watch these girls bond together to form a family that only a parent or athlete can understand. Over the years, my daughter and I have been put into so many social situations with this sport we've been forced to overcome a lot of our shyness. But Mom has never overcome the anxiety that hails from competition day. So think about this for 1 minute. In most other sports, athletes train to throw a ball. Cheerleaders train to throw other people. So the next time that you see a cheerleader, know that she has put in a lot of time and dedication into her sport, and know that there's probably a nervous mother watching from the stands. Madam Toastmaster.